Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks. And after the disaster was the start to the black market with the WTL V100, Wargaming are now back to classic auction styles with lots available, and you could get your hands on the double-barrel Tier 8 flexible tank destroyer. This is the SFAC 105. This thing packs two 105mm barrels that are capable of dealing 780 damage instantly, although you have to prep the barrels for 3 seconds. This thing is an absolute glass cannon with lots of gun depression. Is it going to be the new best glass cannon assassin tank destroyer in the game? Well, that's my job to let you know. Hang around as I check out the statistics for the first time on this tank and follow it up by christening it on the battlefield, as Wargaming have let me get my hands on it early before the auction ends. So the best tank by far to compare the SFAC 105 to is the ISU 1222. Immediately we can see the damage per minute of these vehicles is very similar. This vehicle takes half a second extra to reload each of its barrels than the ISU 1222 and has the same alpha damage with its 105 gun. Unfortunately, this 105 is not going to be nearly as good as the 122 that you have on the ISU 1222, as the name would suggest, for overmatching. So that's something you're going to have to deal with. The standard pen on this vehicle is fabulous, however, with 270 APCR, but remember, with normalization differences, that's going to be similar to the AP on the ISU 1222. But shell velocity wise, this thing is wonderful. It also gets heat with 320 with not great shell velocity and regular kind of HE rounds on this tank. Now, TankCG isn't showing the barrel prep time differences on this vehicle, so I'm going to have to alternate between these two tanks. And as you can see, the SFAC has a 3-second charge time and a 3-second lock time. What this means is that it's not quite so good as for the doubles as the ISU 1222 is, which has a 2-second charge time and only a 1-second lockout time, so you're not losing nearly so much damage per minute. However, the SFAC only has a 4-second alt gun switch, and so that means that unlike the ISU 1222, which has a 7-second shell lockout when you switch the barrels, that this vehicle kind of can be fired like kill one tank and then kill another tank 4 seconds later, whereas the ISU 1222 would take 7 seconds, and at that point you might as well wait for the full reload. So the ISU 1222 never feels like a traditional autoloader. It either feels like a single shot tank or something that you only fire doubles in, whereas the SFAC 105 looks to be a kind of tank that can be played a bit more like a traditional autoloader that has the capable of doing a double. But remember, it'll be way worse than the ISU 22 with doubles. The only thing that I really don't like about this tank is the limited amount of ammunition that it can carry, which means that you don't really have enough for the HE, but the HE is terrible on this tank anyway. So gun handling wise, it's up and down for this tank. Look, fabulous aim time of 1.7 seconds, but awful accuracy at 0.4, meaning that you might want to consider improving that in all of the ways that you can. It also has horrible gun dispersion values, which stops this vehicle, even though it has a very flexible turret that can turn 69 degrees to the left and the right. Nice to see what you did there, Wargaming. And you might also want to try and improve that as well. But this 8 degrees of gun depression that this vehicle has is just absolutely lovely. And look how flexible this thing is. You can pretty much set it up as if it's an SU 1:30 p.m. Get that shot in, and then either maybe even be facing this way if you want to kind of like run away from the situation, if you're trying to go over there. And the only problem is it doesn't have a fully traversable turret, unlike a Scorpion, so you can't really shoot behind you and then run away. But with 8 degrees of all-round gun depression up to its 69 degrees left and right gun arc, it's a flexible tank. So the mobility on this vehicle is nice. Its ground resistance is not great, especially on soft, meaning that you're going to want to have off-road driving on this tank. But it's very, very light as well. So if you see all of those rich whales buying this tank on the battlefield, fire HE at it and also ram this tank. But 55 forwards and 20 backwards makes this fairly nimble as long as you are improving those ground resistances. The traverse speed on this tank at 35, good as well. And the turret, 22, not too bad, but it could be a little bit better. So armor-wise, this tank basically has no armor at all. It's going to get overmatched by pretty much everything that engages it because it's got a 15mm turret. So fire HE at this tank and absolutely devour it. And the only part that this tank actually has armor is a tiny part on the front plate. So you could bait 120mm guns if you like tilt the front of this tank around the corner. But yeah, that's definitely going to be min-maxing. So this thing looks very, very juicy for all HE vehicles. Honestly, when this vehicle's auction ends and everyone starts playing them, I would recommend that you take your Squalls, your Shelmers, your Blesks out onto the battlefield with HE and farm all of those juicy whales while they are spawning. You can spawn camp them in the game as well in World of Tanks, right? Camo Rise, this vehicle, it's a lot better than the ISU 1222. Its camo when stationary is very good. When moving, it's okay. It sucks, however, that this vehicle has a good chance to be set on fire, and 360 meters view range means that you're never really going to get your view range up to a decent level. Crew-wise, annoyingly, this vehicle has 2 loaders, and so unlike the AMX AC-48, which has 2 gunners, or the Foch B, which only has 1 loader, you're going to have to find a spare loader from somewhere or retrain one. Crew skills wise on this vehicle, I would take Brothers, Repairs, Concealment, Recon, Emergency, and Coordination on your commander. For the radio operator skills, situational awareness, firefighting, and jamming is what I would recommend. For your gunner skills, I would take Brothers, Repairs, Concealment, Snapshot, and then I'd take 2 of 4 of the remaining shells outside, or skills, not shells, outside of quick aiming. Concentration will be great if you like to play a more stationary style at long range. Armor will be great if you want to be all-round mobile and always have better accuracy. Designated target will help keep your targets lit up a little bit more. Honestly, on this vehicle, considering how little armor it has, you could even drop repairs on this tank and go for something like concentration armor and designated target, but that would require you to especially train up a gunner for this vehicle, and you've definitely got repairs on your high tier Foch, right? For the drive, I'd recommend Brothers, Repairs, Concealment, definitely off-road driving, definitely engineer, and then I would take smooth ride on this vehicle as it's got horrible dispersion values. And on both of your loaders, I would recommend Brothers, Concealment, Intuition, although remember with Intuition you're trading 2 shells for 1, so poor value there. Ammo tuning, perfect charge, and then a toss-up between repairs and safe stowage on this vehicle. I'm probably going to end up taking the repairs just in case I get locked down. And I think that if you're going to drop 1 skill on this vehicle, it's probably Intuition, although Intuition on a Foch is great. And again, are you really going to be training a dedicated crew for this tank? Well, that's going to be down to you. Equipment-wise on this vehicle, I would recommend a rotation device, coated optics, and then use a regular turbo, but I think an experimental turbo is going to get exceedingly good value on this tank. For a second build on this vehicle, probably for the longer range maps, I'd recommend using an aiming device on this tank with either binoculars or coated optics, depending on how stationed you would be, and I'd probably still go in with a turbo. Field mods, you must take the first field mod, improving the suspension durability and the ground resistances, follow it up by improving the accuracy on this tank, and then also follow it up by improving the view range of this vehicle. And for your bonus slot, I would recommend scouting. I'd like to highlight to all of you that even with recon, situational awareness, coated optics inside a scouting slot, and a premium consumable, you're still only getting up to 461 meters view range. And so this means that for free-to-play players, you might want to end up taking binoculars on this tank. But remember, you're not going to be very flexible. So if you have any bounty coated optics, this would be a good contender on this tank. The only other way that you could end up setting this vehicle up would be if you decided that you wanted to improve the camo a lot. Improving the camo a lot on this vehicle would also be nice as well with an exhaust. Also, yeah, full disclosure, today's video isn't going to be like a full review because I'm playing this vehicle for the first time. It literally only just got revealed about 20 minutes ago at this point of my video. So you're going to have to deal with live gameplay today just to give you a taste of this vehicle. Uncle QuickyBaby gets up early to be able to reveal the SFAC 105 to everyone. Okay, so let's take a look to see how mobile this thing is. With a turbo and the ground resistance improvement, it shouldn't be too bad. This is a brand new press account for me, so I'm hoping that I've got all of my settings locked in. The most annoying thing about going on a press account is... Oh, wow, I didn't check out the elevation on this tank, by the way. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's probably intended as an anti-aircraft gun, right? Some AA in World of Tanks, always useful. That means that you could put yourself on the edge of a slope and do some really good stuff there. Yeah, this thing's engine power isn't exactly wonderful. Oh man, look at this. Is this my first chance? I'll probably just go for a single here. Probably just go for a single here, I'd say. Man, the first shot of the day is a miss. Oh, that's not a good omen. Not a good omen. Are we going to get to do any damage here? Wow, this gun is very, very flexible. Wow, that long reload. Oh, no! It's too early. I need to go back to bed. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We can handle it. We can handle it, right? With 8 degrees of gun depression, we should be flexible. Oh, hello, Panther 2. That looks like... Oh, wow. Hold on. Why did it look so accurate in the double mode there? That was really weird. For some reason, it looked accurate in the double mode. I really hope I'm not missing something here. Why did it look so much more accurate in the double mode? This thing doesn't have 2 accuracies, does it? That was bizarre. Please. Now that had me all sorts of confused. I don't remember the doubles looking like that. Why is the... Okay. I think I might be discovering something new about this vehicle. I think I might be discovering something new about this vehicle. I need to check that in the garage. Does this vehicle have better accuracy in the double than in the single mode? If it does, that is a scary discovery by Uncle Scrubs. Shall I just go for a single here, or shall I say for a double? Oh, no. Shouldn't have probably poked there. But I needed to get one into him so I can double him 5 seconds later, or I'm just going to die, you know? Just try and get myself in cover here. Make him think I'm weak. Then come around the corner with this. Oh, maybe I should just go for a single here and not be greedy. Oh. Don't want to get caught by his friends. Should have probably fired there. Man, I'm freaking out whether this thing has more accurate doubles or not. If it has more accurate doubles, that's actually wild. No, I just didn't quite get the timing in. Is that Borask going to come after me? The Skoda manages to get me there. Shall I HE switch for a double on the Borask? Oh no, because I can't intuition switch because of the double being slow. Oh, that's a misplay by me. Misplay, and this Borask is going to finish me off unless he's stupid. Unless he's stupid. I need to intuition switch back to the AP now. Oh, I should have probably just gone for a single there, I'd say. Can I just get... Oh, well played. Wow, that turret is huge. Well played to him, though. He got me good. Yeah. GG. Okay. I'm in the process. That totally blew my mind. And also, intuition switch failed there like an absolute gobelino. I've got a funny feeling that this might be one of the first tanks. Wow, nice shot just over the ridge into the top of that turret. Am I just freaking out right now, or is this the first tank that gets better accuracy in the double mode? Okay, guys, I'm freaking out here for a second, and that is because the ISU 1222 has a siege mode. Okay, but the siege mode, it doesn't do anything. However, for the SFAC 105, it also has a siege mode, but the siege mode actually does a huge amount. So inside the siege mode for this vehicle, your top speed limit is changed to 30, so you can't YOLO bomb on the move with perfect dispersion and perfect accuracy. So they're definitely trying to prevent that. But when you enter the siege mode, which you don't actually have to enter, all you have to do is hold down the double, then it means that you get 0.2 accuracy and you get perfect dispersion values. So what that means is that you could just drop the rotation device on this vehicle and kind of just hold down the double and let it go and then fire the single, as long as you're not needing to go above 30. But remember, the rotation device is still going to help you with your gun traverse and your bloom if you're wanting to play the tank in a single mode. That makes this vehicle oh so much different with how I was thinking that I was going to review it. And while I definitely screwed up that previous game, man, that has just thrown a complete spanner in the works for how I feel about this tank. It's gone from being kind of like a Scorpion that's just frankly not quite as good, to now actually being possibly very worth the gold price that Wargaming are going to have to ask for it. Man, that is absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre when I'm thinking about it. Shout out to Kaizu, by the way, who I went and bothered him in his stream just now to ask if I'm just crazy at this time. Yeah, I thought that maybe I was having kind of like I didn't get too much sleep last night kind of moment. But wow, that definitely makes me think that the accuracy module on this tank will be pretty overrated. Also, like the rotation device on this vehicle, overrated. It also means that I question whether you should put an experimental turbo on this vehicle. And it also means that I question now my crew skill recommendations that I gave in this tank. as accuracy is great inside the doubles, so do you really need to improve it? And do you really need to improve that amazing dispersion values with something like Snapshot? To be fair, considering that you can't take vents on this tank, there aren't that many pieces of equipment that you could really end up using. But wow, that is crazy. Look at it. Look at it. It just doesn't bloom. But that makes me think that instead of turning with the single mode, you should turn with the double mode, but then just not. Oh, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. So instead of just turning in the single mode and then aiming, what you could do is you could turn in the double mode like that and just let go and fire a single, and you haven't bloomed out. So if you're somebody who can micromanage and not accidentally make a mistake, then you can just use the double mode while you're aiming for the next position, and then you can have perfect dispersion while you're there. Also, what this means is that you could, in theory, hold the double, let go of the double, and try and fire a single. And maybe you're going to be more accurate. That would be a bit like the bug that they had with the Contradictious. It's a little bit janky, it's a little bit awkward, but I'm not sure that you can just hold down the mouse button as well as you release. Let me try. Gosh, this is a full testing video right now, but, you know, it's having to be done live for YouTube, right? So if I let go and then I just hold down the mouse, that would be the fastest way to do it. So if you hold down the double and then you release and you fire a single, not sure if we're going to be getting the similar kind of bug to the Contradictious. It does look like it's more accurate, but again, I don't have the time this morning to do some insane amount of testing. But here's the thing. What do you have to lose? If you have a tank that's there and you just like, it only takes you half a second. So if you're being pedantic, you might as well do it and see if you can get that extra accuracy. Just hold it down, hold down the mouse button and release, and maybe you'll end up getting a better accuracy. But definitely, wow, that totally changes this vehicle when I think about it. I still think that I think the rotation device can be useful just for the speed of turning the turret. Because imagine, oh, here we go. No, not quite the Kilana there. Man, that's crazy. 0.19, well, 0.2 accuracy. I think that TankCG is saying inside the siege mode. So that makes this the most accurate tank in the game. And able to do a 780 double. Yeah, this thing will be pretty gnarly. And for it to be so flexible as well, I think this is going to be one of the most this is going to be one of the most annoying tanks to play against on those long-range maps. Wow. Wow. Just completely changed my impression of this vehicle. So let's try doing this. It does limit the vehicle down to its speed. Come around the corner and blam. Oh, I only hit one barrel there. But you know what? Still hitting 390 is pretty gnarly. But yeah, you do have a long reload after that. A very long reload. A very long reload on this tank. We're talking about 21 seconds base reload. Plus the lockout time of 3. So that's 24 and a half seconds lockout. Or should I say reload again before you're ready to go. But man, is that an interesting prospect. Wow, this tank just went from very okay to actually very interesting in my eyes, boys and girls. Very interesting in my eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be ready to run away from this guy like this as he peers up. But I've got to be careful with all of his friends. Maybe I could go back here. Got to just prepare the double. Maybe I should wait for him to push up around the corner still. Yeah, that's the best play. Wait for him to push up. Then I can come around the corner with the double charged. And then I can blep. We're learning. We're learning, YouTube. We're learning. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. This thing went from being very uninteresting to actually being quite an awkward tank to play, but also a very exciting tank to play as well. Wow. Wow. Oh, that ISU. He's going up the slope. I don't need that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the double, release, and fire a single. Not sure if it's helping. I might just be mad, but it looks like it might be helping. It looks like it might be helping. Oh, this game's looking like it could be very exciting. So in theory, what I should do is, as I'm driving around this corner, I should be driving in the double, and then my reticle won't bloom out. It's very awkward. But then I can fire a single immediately afterwards, and my reticle won't have bloomed out as much. Yeah, I'm rethinking. I'm rethinking about. Ooh, that could have been very painful, but at least he was firing that. I'm gonna tell this Kalana that I'm gonna help him out, try and get into position. Cool. Oh, I'm actually really excited about this vehicle now. I think. Yeah, really excited about this vehicle. Should I just try and hit this guy's lower plate? I kind of want the the Borsig there. Oh no, I missed my opportunity. I might just go for it. I'm thinking that's working. Do I get spotted? I don't. Okay. Hopefully I'm going to be spotting all of my opponents as well. If I sit still, then my camera's going to be pretty good. And if I double him... Oh, why? Why, Scorpion? Why? You came and stole the double from me. My dude. My dude. Oh, that's going to be the most annoying thing in this tank is having people drive out in front of you. Oh, you know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Kind of thinking I should be firing heat right now. Man, the fact that this thing's got such a flexible turret. Oh, man, this thing's pretty wild. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, come round the corner and double. And fluff my shells, because apparently I suck in World of Tanks and get hit by an artillery AP shell right at the side of my turret. Oh, no, I really feel like I just completely screwed up this game, boys and girls. 269's telling me to stop. Yeah, I'm too excited right now. I'm too excited. Oh, man. Everything was going so well, and now everything's going so wrong. Man, I just wish this thing had just a slightly more traversable turret so you could, like, reverse in a position like this and not have to give away so much of your position. Or give so much of your broadside. Okay, this is actually really cool. I'm not doing very well in this game, but, man, this is quite a fun tank, actually. Finding that Borsig's going to be really difficult, though. Remember, my camera rating on the move is not exactly amazing. I'm thinking maybe drop the rotation device to use an exhaust on this tank. I'm not sure, but then the rotation device is kind of useful. It's a bit weird to think that you kind of need to be just driving around like this the whole time. All right, so there's an SU-130. I'm actually going to switch to heat out here. I think the heat will be best, and also I don't have that many AP shells left. 320 could be quite useful. Let's try and get in position to try and find the SU, although the T-28 should be able to handle them. Why would you just do that? But okay, my dude. Let's try and get into position to try and find this SU-100. This position is so obvious. It's so obvious, but that's life. Do I get spotted here? I do. I'm dead. It's obvious. Gosh, that's the worst possible timing to get spotted. And man, this tank is actually really tall. This tank is actually really tall in that situation. Wow. Wow, I definitely screwed this up here. I should have been able to take this one down. But, oh my word. Wow, this thing just went from very uninteresting to very interesting. So I'm really happy I spotted that. So luckily, looks like my team are going to go on to win this one with artillery versus artillery duels. Oh, my artillery shoots down the building. Very sporting to allow the artillery to have a swing at him, but then the enemy artillery misses this one. So it leaves it down to a T-28 to go over the ridgeline auto-aiming, because who's got time to manually aim at an artillery? Nah, we need to shoot at the mid. Oh, whoa. He's still firing HE, which I guess isn't that bad of an idea. Imagine if they don't manage to get this one down at the end. Which artillery fires first? I feel like the enemy artillery had was firing the baby AP gun at me earlier, so I think the enemy artillery will fire first. Oh, God. Please no. Please no clown round. Guys, they're holding my SFAC 105 hostage right now. I'm here trying to get a tank preview out for everyone as quickly as I possibly can. Come on, guys. Please. Yeah, so... Wow, this tank. Man, this tank. It's got me thinking, boys and girls. It kind of feels like an SU-130 PM. A lot like an SU-130 PM with worse alpha until you double. But then if you double, you've got bad DPM because of the shell lockout. Whoa, this is actually a very spicy tank. So how much is it going to cost? Well, I think there's 27,000 of them available on the European server, and the starting price is near 10,000 gold. What do I think they're going to go for? I think they'll probably end up going for... Actually, I'm not going to say what I think they'll end up going for, because that will set the price. So I believe it's a competitive bid, so you're going to be able to see towards the end what the competitive bid is. And if the competitive bid works in the same way as previously, what that means is that it's kind of halfway through. So if there's, what did I say, 27,000 of them available, then that'll be the price for like the 14,000th bidder. So you could probably bid just a little bit less than the competitive if you stay up until the auction ends tonight, which I believe is going to be 10 o'clock UK time. But don't quote me on that. I'm trying to guess so many things right now. With this auction's been crazy so far with that WTL V100. I've seen so much anger in the community because of that WTL V100, and quite rightly so. Wargaming completely screwed it up. I'm still thinking about doing an entire dedicated video on it, in all honesty. We're probably towards the end, because, I don't know, if Wargaming screws up again with more of the vehicles that they release, then how many more videos could I make of Wargaming screwing up at this point, right? Who knows? Anyway, let's get our SFAC 105 into position, see what we can do. But yeah, I'm still not quite recommending the rotation device and I wouldn't put experimental turbo on this vehicle. I think a regular turbo could work out. But then again, you know what? Having that turret traverse is pretty cool. But inside the double, it doesn't feel like it's too limiting. Whoa. All right, let's try and get into position, see if we can get some ambushes off here. I kind of don't like the way that the front of this tank sticks out so much. It means that I can't actually get a shot on this Tiger 2 unless just... Yeah, am I going to expose myself to the front? A little bit awkward, that. Not the worst thing that could possibly happen on this tank. It's kind of annoying to think that I don't have that special accuracy inside the single mode. Like, I want to have this. I don't want to have that, you know? Awkward. Awkward. Alright, let's stay chill here anyway. Oh, well, actually, can we manage to hit this guy's weak point on top? Oh, we penned one shell and then one bounced. But wow, that is some accuracy on this tank. Holy moly. I think this is the most accurate tank in the game now. I can't think of a tank that has better than 0.2. Yeah, how funny is it the Type 71 had the most accurate gun for, like, no time whatsoever? Say goodnight, Type 71. You were special for all of 5 minutes. In this kind of a situation, I really need to be firing heat and not APCR. Oh, is he getting pushed around the corner? Oh, let's just switch out to heat. The more that I think about the difference between these two shells, the more that I am considering that you should probably take intuition to not get into a situation like that. Although you could argue that you could just fire a chancy double. But you know what's really annoying is I can't do, like, the cheat unless I have both barrels loaded. So it's not like you can fire a double and then go into a quick single, right? I seriously think that is slightly bugged for holding down the double and releasing to fire a single. Man, so soon after Wargaming had the contradictious bug that people exploited for quite a while, now it looks like they've got a new one in the game. I don't know, is it an exploit? Is it not an exploit? Who knows what is and what isn't these days with Wargaming. Surely it's just that's just clever use of game mechanics. I mean, it's so obvious with just having the double available there for you, right? So it looks like I was spotted the whole time there, maybe. I'm thinking about going on and trying to hunt, but worried about what might be in the corner. But my camera rating in this vehicle, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's 10% base on the move here. I don't think that Blesk will see me unless he's got a vision system. He probably does. That Blesk has got some very spicy view range, and that now means that they're going to go up into those bushes. I've got to take a risk that there's no one up there. This is a really hard position to attack in World of Tanks, but I do feel like it's what is needed right now. I'm actually going to intuition switch across because I want to have APCR for the better shell velocity right now. It'll help me out. Kind of wish there was a bush here to be able to attack this position, but alas, there isn't. I've got a funny feeling that they're going to come around the corner and try and get my UDES. Am I going to get got, though, here as I come around this corner? No, there's nobody spotting me right now. This is such a risky play by me. This isn't meant to be like a forward tank. It's meant to be something that chills more at long range. Man, this thing is reminding me of the Death Toaster, that little tier 5, right? Gosh, what a freak. What a freak. I totally think that this is quite a novel tank, so it gets a thumbs up from me. Dude, am I spotted the whole blooming time? Am I just spotted the whole blooming... No, he's just caught me out with vision, and he's still trying to get me. And now I'm so low on hit points, I don't have anything to be able to stop him. Man, that Squall, right? Getting me right now. Is he going to come back around the corner again? He might do. Will I be able to see him? He could probably just fire HE at me and absolutely take me out. Man, this is scary, that Squall. Being proxy spotted right now. I guess I should be, like, prepping the double. He'll probably approach me on my left. Wow, he's getting, like, tiny little shots in. What's this Udes doing? Man, this tank is so weird to have to do this. Oh, wow, Artie got him good. I think the Udes is going to come after me here. Oh, I have to admit, this tank's kind of a little bit annoying to play with how janky it feels with those doubles. I mean, annoying but fun, but annoying but fun, but annoying but fun. Annoying but fun. Fun but annoying? Oh, I don't know. I think this is one for all the sweaty nerds out there. If you're a sweaty nerd and you feel like, having a tank destroyer that's very cheeky. Oh, it's such a long double, and I actually hit a Blesk. I think I bounced off the Udes and hit a Blesk there. That's so weird. So yeah, if any of you fancy having like a really funky tank that will annoy you but will also reward you and will be capable of some amazing things but will be capable of some absolutely awful things as well, I think this might be the tank for you. I think it's going to be as good as it is annoying. That's my preview of this vehicle. As good as it is annoying. And talk about annoying, it's going to be quite annoying to try and get rid of a T-28. I was thinking about going round, but I realized if I do that, all I'm going to do is just get farmed by a Contradictious or artillery. I think that the target has to be to win the hill and then try and use the Blesk's vision there. Oh, that Contradictious is back there. Like, in this situation, should I just fire a double? It doesn't matter with the Scorpion finishing him off. Man, I've tried so hard this game and I'm having a terrible result, but I'm learning so much about this tank as we go along, so I really hope this video is going to be useful for all of you who are deciding whether it's worth ponying up the 10,000 plus gold for this tank. I'll wait for this guy to fire, I guess, and then I'll go up. Okay, that should be my window of opportunity. Yeah, 600 coming around the corner like that. Disgusting. Yeah, and so accurate as it comes around the corner because of the siege mode. I think that Wargaming have made a mistake here by giving it almost like Contradictious, like... I might as well... Wow, that single mode? Oh, it's horrible. It really is. I guess I'm going to reload fairly quickly to go again because I didn't get the lockout. Man, this tank, this tank, this tank, this tank, this tank, this tank, this tank. Wild vehicle. Okay, so all in all, I got to come to a conclusion for the SFAC 105. I want to play this all day, but tune into my stream tomorrow. I'll be playing this vehicle. I'll be playing the Waffenträger Alfie 100. There'll probably be another vehicle that I can be able to play on stream on Friday. Yeah, what is there to say? Just absolutely wild stuff. Wild stuff. This is a freak of a tank since I discovered that siege mode double, but it's not a siege mode. It's literally just holding down the shell prep. I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be overpowered. It'll be really annoying to get hit for 780. That's for sure. It's going to be really annoying to get hit for 780 so reliably. I think this thing will be very irritating against tanks that are big and are very soft. But that 3-second prep time, it gives you a long while to change your trajectory to avoid them having like a clean shot. But if you stop them from getting a clean shot, yeah, it can be great. If you've got enough hit points to tank a double, you'll have like 24 seconds afterwards to farm it. That's a very long time. Although be warned, it will be able to fire a single at you after about 14 seconds. But if you can take that, then yeah, you'll be able to just go in and farm. I think that artillery will be great against these as I go through the world for obvious reasons. And I think that light tanks will do very, very well against these. But their camera rating is going to be very annoying when it's sitting still and just waiting for you in a bush. Even without improving it, it's 37%. So you could put an exhaust on and get to a point where you almost have to be proxy spotted. And trying to proxy spot one of these when they can deal 780 damage to you, that's pretty wild. All in all, I think it's quite a fun tank, actually, for a player like me who wants to have something else to think about when they're playing. And it's going to be capable of some crazy things. But its armor, its horrible front that sticks out as it comes around the corner, Makes it very bad for attacking, but very, very good for getting those ambushes in. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, good luck to you with the auction today. This one will definitely be more affordable than the 100,000 joke that was the WT Alpha E100. I'm not going to say what price I think it will go for because it's just going to elevate. But again, once there are 27,500 bids, we're going to see a competitive price. And as long as you bid the competitive price just as the auction's about to end, and that is confirmed for 13 hours after the auction starts, which will be 10 o'clock UK time, 11 o'clock Central European time tonight, then you should be able to get the tank. Unless there's no competitive bids, and I'm making a backside out of myself. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video and it was useful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And let me know what you think about the SFAC 105 in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.